What's new in open invites and collabs? Well, in this live stream, I'll give you the 411 on some of the new open invites and collabs. We'll talk a little bit about some of the collabs that just dropped, and then I'll give you some best practices on how to increase your watch time and possibly grow your YouTube channel one subscriber at a time. But if you're new to my channel, I'm Denise Jordan, and I help women to grow their influence through YouTube. So if that sounds like something you want to do, then hit that subscribe button and double tap that little bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Okay, let's jump into it, and let me go ahead and type in a hello message. Hello out there to the sister circle and anyone else who joins us tonight. I always can't spell when I'm trying to type and not look at the keyboard. So thank you for joining me. All right, so already my hair is getting on my nerves. It keeps falling right in my eyes. So let's clip it back so that when I lean forward, it stays where it is. And let me just say real quickly, hey, ladies, hey, out there, who is ready to circle up? If you're ready to circle up, drop me a circle up in the chat box. And if you're new here and you're wondering, well, what the heck does circle up mean? Well, circle up means that we are ready to close the gap, to take care of business, to do the work needed to get it done. That means we are tightening it up and we are going to take care of some business tonight. And we are going to grow these YouTube channels one subscriber at a time. And who's with me so far? I see Luann from It's Always Something Around Here. Hey, Luann, good to see you. Mary from Rocky Mountain Garden. And then there is Leah Rose from Junkernecker. And I Style My Style is with us as well. And then Home in Season, that is Amy from Stevens Party of Two. And I Style My Style. I forgot your name. I am so sorry. If you could refresh me, I would appreciate that. I'll get it eventually. And then let's see who else is with me. Kimberly, I Style. That's right. It's Kimberly. I'll have to remember I Style is the diva too. Kimberly. All right. And Kimberly dropped a circle up, and Leah Roll dropped a circle up. And then, oh, Cheryl, I Style My Style. Well, why did you say Kimberly? Oh, she said, hi, Kimberly. Okay. So I Style My Style is Cheryl. Okay. We got a couple of Cheryls. Okay. Cheryl. I Style My Style is Cheryl. All right, I'll try to remember that. So we have got quite a few people that are on with us tonight, and I know tonight is Oscar night, so I don't want to keep you guys real long. And one of the things that we're doing for the month of January and February is we're going back to the basics. So we are addressing some of those basic skills, basic concepts related to playlists and different things like that. And so for the video portion for tonight's session, is going to be how to create a playlist. And I was asked this last week by a couple of the viewers. So last week we talked about how to save videos to a playlist. And then someone said, well, can you talk about how to create a playlist? And so I'm preparing that, but it's not ready yet, and it may not be up until tomorrow. So if you could be sure to circle back on Monday and check in here, and the video on how to create a playlist should be up and ready. But let me do say that we won't have a show next Sunday. My mom is having some surgery, and I'm going to be with her. So she's having surgery on Wednesday, but I'm going to be with her from like Wednesday until the end of the week. And I just know that life is just going to be crazy. So I don't even want to stress myself by trying to do a live stream next Sunday. So I won't be here live next Sunday. Whether or not I'm able to get up a premiere, which counts as a live, remains to be seen. but I won't be here live next Sunday. So, okay. So, I was trying to see who else had jumped on with us, because I was trying to say, well, who's the Kimberly? There she is. Diva Designing on a Dime is there. So thank you, Kimberly, for praying for my mom. She is 88 years old, or is it 87? Anyway, she's having heart surgery. She's having a valve replacement. So it's serious. And they do these particular surgeries all the time, and people usually do very well. But you know, it's easy for me to say that when I'm talking to other people, when I'm in my clinical role, when I have my little nurse hat on. But when I'm talking about my own mama, it is a little bit different. So you guys, thank you for sending up the prayers. I will take them. I will take them. I will take them. So that's what I'll be doing. So tomorrow we go to the hospital for pre-admission testing. So that'll be half a day. Then I'll get her back home. And then Wednesday we'll go at 8 o'clock in the morning for the procedure itself. So we will be busy next week. So me and my sister Mickey, we will be busy. So I don't plan on jumping on it all next week, guys. So I'm just letting you know now. So, because I know that even if I don't send out an announcement, you expect me to be here. But I will send out a notification that I won't be here. So people should get that. All right. Yeah, it is a scary time, Leah. It is a scary time. So, okay. I mentioned no show next week. Premiere. All right. So we got that done. What you guys sipping on? I just got ice water tonight. We had, let me just tell you this. I held my Go Red dinner last night. I normally would have the dinner here at the house. And I would normally have anywhere from 15 to 24 people here. But I've just been so busy for the last week and a half, just taking mom back and forth to the hospital or to the doctors for, getting pre-op this and that and whatever done. I was exhausted. And then you guys, it's just been crazy. So I decided not to have the Go Red dinner here at the house. So my husband took me out to dinner, and then 4 other people with us. So my son and his wife, and then one of my sisters and my girlfriend. The 6 of us went out to dinner, and it was very nice. He hosted the dinner for the 6 of us, and it was very, very nice. And I forgot to take pictures. I didn't take a single picture, but I had on a new red dress. And my girlfriend Margaret had on a real nice red outfit. My sister Lavina had on red and black. My son wore like a black tuxedo jacket with a white tuxedo shirt. He had on a red rose in his pocket. And then, a red rose in the lapel and the red little thingy in the pocket. And then, of course, I had the little red dress pins for everybody. It was so nice. And then our waitress, I gave her a pin and a sticker. And then she almost started crying. She said that her little niece, who is 3 months old, is having heart surgery on March 6th. So she said this is really close to home for her. So then, of course, I thought, well, we'll have to pray for that little baby, too. She's 3 months old. And, some of them are born with a little hole in their heart. So she's going to have that addressed. So it's more than just old people that have heart disease. So, guys, I did get my Go Red dinner done. It was my 3rd annual Go Red dinner. And I know Diva and some of you other ladies are doing some things to raise awareness for heart health and Go Red. So you guys know I'm all about that. So there's that. And then Mary, that's right. Mary at Rocky Mountain Garden was sick last week. So hopefully she's better this week. And people have water. And then Mary's got OJ because she's still nursing her cold. And Kimberly's got water. And Janae Whitney is saying, hey, everybody. And so water. So that's great. So, okay. So lots of people have water. So now let me go ahead and get into the updates on the open invites and collabs. And I might have to put these glasses on. We'll see if it makes a difference on whether or not I can read this information here. So we've got some ongoing challenges. I've only got like 1 or 2 new ones, but I do have some ongoing ones. And Lynn Kelly, author, just joined us. So, hey, Lynn, good to see you as well. So now, as far as ongoing challenges, and these challenges are ongoing for the whole month of February. So the first one I'm going to mention is my February Pantry Challenge, which started on February 1st. And remember, this is the one where you are encouraged to eat from your pantry, your fridge, and your freezer, and then give yourself a limited budget to go and shop for perishables because you're trying to cut your grocery bill in half for the month of February. So I did see where I think it was Tashi put up a video where she made something eating from her pantry. And I thought, well, that was kind of cool. So has anybody else kind of joined me in that February Pantry Challenge? And what is it that you're doing? If you could let me know that. I know, Amy, we had talked about it and you had said you don't do those kind of videos, but are you trying to work on eating from your pantry or cut down on your grocery bill? So who's doing anything related to that? And I did talk to my daughter earlier today, and she's been really busy and having to travel a lot with her job. So she's been ordering groceries from like, I don't know what the store is there, Publix or something like that. So she's been ordering groceries. Hey, Sandy. And so I told her that I would send her my inventory checklist so that she can keep track of what she's got, because one of the things she said she was doing was sometimes ordering things she already had. So she's looking forward to getting that. So is anyone out there doing anything related to trying to cut back on their grocery bill? Let me know that. Are you trying to eat from your pantry, your fridge, or your freezer? Are you trying to cut your grocery bill in half in one way? So Luann said she's joining me. She took an inventory and made a meal plan, and she's hopefully going to be sharing a video this week. Okay, that's cool. And remember, you sister cousins, her name is Sandy. But remember, you don't have to create a video. I would love it if you do, but you don't have to create a video. What you do need to do is keep track of your receipts, try to cut whatever you're spending in half, and just, try to eat from your fridge rather than going out and buying everything new each week. So there's that one. So, okay. So I style my style. Her name is Cheryl, and Cheryl, sister cousins, is Sandy. And then Amy said she's trying to make sure they're not buying duplicates. And yes, that was a big thing that I would do too, is I would buy duplicates. And I kind of teased my daughter because I said, your husband is like my husband. Every time I send him to the store for something, I'll send him for one thing and he'll buy two. And her husband does the same thing. So Janae Whitney says she doesn't think she can cut back on her bill. She only spends $75 a week, but that includes breakfast, lunch, and dinner meals. So, okay, Janae, if you can't cut back, you can't cut back. But here's the thing. Do you have things in your pantry, your fridge, and your freezer that you could use for the month of February to eliminate some spending? I'm just asking. So, okay. So Sandy says she's doing the challenge by she's shopping and planning this week. So, okay. All right. So there was the first ongoing one. Now we have another ongoing one. And this one is hosted by Christa at Crafty Kitty. And this is Kitty with a K and Crafty with a C. So there's that. Oh, so Sandy's got a video coming out tomorrow. Hey, hot dog, I'll be looking for that. So, okay, so Crafty Kitty has an ongoing challenge for the month of February as well. And this one, what she's asking you to do is to try to make something at least every week and then put up a video each week about that. You can do it more often if you like, but at least every week you want to make something and you're shopping from your stash. So again, you're using the shelves in your craft room rather than going out buying new things. And she's trying to help you save a little bit of money on that. So you can make something either daily or weekly using your stash of your craft, thread, papers, materials, whatever. And then title your videos for February, use your stash challenge. And then this will be starting week 2. So it would be February, use your stash challenge week 2, that kind of thing. And then backing up over here to the conversation. Well, first of all, I've got 12 people on. If I could get 12 thumbs up, that would be great. And Janae says she's trying to eat fresh foods only, so she doesn't have much in her pantry. Okay, I get it. And Cheryl at My Style is trying to eat from her fridge, and she's trying to be keto, which is expensive. You guys will have to share with us how it is to do keto, because I don't know a thing about it. but some people have said that it is expensive. So, okay. All right. But anyway, so the ongoing challenge with Crafty Kitty is the Use Your Stash. And then the other one is, which started on February 3rd, is Stephanie at Creatively MsMe with Stephanie, her game night challenge. And she is doing this, I believe it's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I jumped on last Friday, and it was a lot of fun. She had some hard questions, but Google is a wonderful thing. So I would like Google it real quick, then I could get the answer in. But it was a lot of fun. And some of the questions a lot of people knew, but a lot of them I had to Google because I didn't have that information. So, but it's a lot of fun, and there will be prizes at the end of the month for for the people that was on the most, who got the most points, and all that kind of thing. So be sure and check her out. At least try to jump on at least once during the week, because it is a lot of fun. And hey, Darcy, it is good to see you. Welcome to the Sister Circle tonight. It is good always to have you with us. So there is that one. So now we'll talk real quick about some of the challenges that just dropped. And one of which was on February 6th, Stephanie's One Pot Meal Challenge. And that challenge is always a lot of fun. And people come up with the most creative meals or the best tasting meals. So I made my chicken, carrot, and chickpea stew, which I got it from a cookbook. I got it from this book, My Slow Cooker Classics, and I did put my information in my description box. But my particular recipe called for a pork butt. Oh, and speaking of that, let me guys tell you something about that. But I'll come back to it. And if I forget, remind me. My recipe called for a pork butt. But I know I had a pork roast in the fridge somewhere, but it was like buried down in the freezer. And I had all these chicken breasts. So I thought, I'm going to use the chicken breast. So that's what I did. So I swapped the pork butt out for the chicken breast. But when I was looking at my analytics, I got a flag from, I don't know if it was YouTube or vidIQ, but it said that they flagged the word "but" because it was sexual or some other thing. So I thought, And I didn't want to say pork roast because, a pork roast is different from, they come from different areas on the pork, on the pig, on the hog, whatever. So, but I thought I would share that with you guys. And then last week, when we had that one challenge, that was the Sweet, Sassy, Sexy Valentine's Challenge, I got flagged for the word sexy. So just want you guys to know that YouTube is listening. And speaking of that, I was listening to a teaching session by Sean Cannell. You guys know, I drank the Kool-Aid. I'm on the Sean Cannell bandwagon. And I'm in his VRA, or Video Ranking Academy course. And I was going through the course again because, I'm doing some things differently. And so I thought, well, let me just kind of go through the listing again. Now, this Video Ranking Academy 2.1 came out in 2017. He said in 2017 that I think YouTube is going to start listening to our videos. He said, now, I don't know if they've got the technology yet. They may already have it. He said, but I'm predicting that it's going to come. But he was mentioning how you could use closed caption and different things like that, and that the artificial intelligence is getting pretty good at even being able to kind of read the lips and just different things like that. And lo and behold, in 2020, we know that the artificial intelligence is listening to our videos. So I got a list of a couple of things that I wanted to be sure and talk about tonight. And that is one of them. But where did I write that? Listening. So I've got a list of 4 things that I want to be sure and talk about at the end of this session. So, okay. But isn't that crazy? I mean, that is crazy. So he said, I predict this. And then, so I'm listening now to a video that he posted 2 years ago. Now he is working on VRA 3.0. So he's going to completely go through and revamp quite a few things because a lot of the YouTube stuff has changed. But That one, he was right on point. Now, isn't that crazy? I mean, that is just crazy. So anyway, there's that. Okay. So I just wanted you to know I got flagged for those 2 words. Now, I didn't get detracted, but when I say I got flagged, it means that YouTube flagged it or picked it up. And then sometimes I'll get a little note that says some advertisers may not like this or that kind of content. So whether or not they look at it to check, I don't know. But I just thought you might want to know that. And I've got 12 people on. If I could get 12 thumbs up, that would be great. And then on February 8th, Biology and Tennessee Kim and Tammy Thompson's, their challenge, which was dinner for 2, also dropped. And I will admit, I have not had the opportunity yet to check those out, but I will bet they are amazing. I love dinner for 2 videos and challenges because there's just the 2 of us here now. So I'm actually working on a Valentine's Day dinner for 2. So I thought that's just really kind of neat. So I'll hopefully some of you guys jumped in on that. So there's that one. That one dropped on the 8th. And then today, which is the 9th, we had Divas Show Some Love collab, which dropped today, as well as Joan Brody's thrift store flip dropped today. So Diva always gets lots of participation in her challenges because they are just so nice, and you really get a lot of eyeballs on your channel when you do those. So I encourage you to check out everybody's challenge or participate as you can if it makes sense for you. So remember, you are not expected to do all of these collabs or even any of these collabs. You only do what makes sense for your YouTube strategy. So hey, Tammy, it's good to have you with us today. I know you haven't been well, so it's good to have you back with us. And hey, Wendy, always busy. It's always good to see you. So there's that. And I tell you, Joan Brody did something quite interesting. This chick is pretty savvy. I'll tell you what. She did a live stream on Let's Talk About the Playlist live. So, girlfriend had a lot of people jumping on her playlist, on her live stream to talk about other stuff, but to also talk about the playlist. And so many people have been having trouble trying to add or save their videos to a playlist. I got to try to make sure I'm using the right terminology, but have been having so much trouble saving their videos to a playlist that she went on live to kind of help walk people through it. And it was kind of a struggle. So just thought you guys might want to know that. But it was really pretty good strategy on her part because she got a lot of people jumping on, and she always gets a lot of people jumping on her live streams. I encourage you guys to check them out just to kind of see how she runs them, to see what she does. Maybe it's a strategy that can work for you. So I'm just saying, check it out just to see what's going on over there, because it's going on pretty good over there. And I figure if she's doing something right, I want to know what it is. So hey, so there's that. Now, upcoming collaborations and challenges, this includes the Vintage Home Decor $10 challenge with Catherine at Lucky Sweetheart Vintage and Stephanie at Thrifting Adventures. And that one drops tomorrow. So again, it's Vintage Home Decor $10 challenge with Catherine at Lucky Sweetheart Vintage and Stephanie at Thrifting Adventures. So both of these ladies are into thrifting and into vintage items and finding home decor that's like that. So I would suggest, if you're into thrifting, to check that out. So now Leah Rose said that Joan Brody always encourages new people to get over their shyness and make a video. Yeah, you know what she does? I do remember that now. When I listen to her, she'll say, now it's not hard. Don't be shy and just go ahead and do this or that. So yeah, she's very encouraging. She's very personable. I mean, her personality just really comes through the screen. So she's been on YouTube a little less than a year, and she's got it going on over there. So just wanted to share that with you guys. Not that we don't have people here that's got stuff going on, but when I see a buzz happening, I feel like I should share it, just so you can kind of check it out and say, is that something I should be doing? Or, maybe it's good for her, but I don't think that'll work for me, and that's okay. I'm just saying, take note. That's all I'm saying. I got another note that I just thought of, too, that I want to be sure to mention. All right, so those are the ones that just dropped. Now, as far as upcoming collabs, I mentioned the one tomorrow, which is the vintage one. I am so distractible tonight. I don't know what's going on with me. Now, this one, as I said, uploads tomorrow, February 10th at 10 a.m. Eastern. So be sure to jump in on that if it's something that works out for your YouTube strategy. On February the 14th, which is Valentine's Day, and that is on Friday. Valentine's Day is on Friday, is Secondhand Tracy Ann's You Also Be Mine challenge. And what she's asking you to do is to create a Valentine's Day vignette on a tray using a little red truck. So you got to have a little red truck on the tray, and something something with hearts on it. So that's it. So the video upload date is on Valentine's Day, anytime after midnight Valentine's Day. And her inspiration is a galvanized red truck that she bought at Hobby Lobby. And I think I have the exact same one that she bought. I got mine a couple years ago. And she wants to inspire you to get your home ready to decorate for Valentine's Day. So there's that. And the tray is got to be on a tray so it can be portable. So very similar to the tray challenges that I have, only this one is hers. Hey, Gleza, it's good to see you here. I had a chat with you this week. I can't remember now what it was about, but it was nice talking to you about whatever it was. I think I left a comment on your channel or something. On February 15th now is the coffee table challenge with Suye at My Style, My Colors. And you know Suye does this challenge every quarter. And she wants you to style one coffee table in 2 different ways, 2 different styles. And one of them, you've got more directions than the other. So the first one, you've got to style with a light source, a tray, and something that represents winter to you. The other one, you can just do freestyle. You can do whatever you want, but it has to be out of your comfort zone. So that means that you've got to do something different. If you normally like to deal with Americana colors, or if you normally like to use candles and whatever, you got to do something completely different colors or whatever. Hey, Sylvia at Silly Mommy for Life. Nice to have you with us as well. Oh, Gleza, yes, take your time to catch up. I'm just kind of giving the updates on the collabs yet. I haven't gotten to any of the YouTube strategy stuff yet. I started with the collabs first this time. So there's that one. And then on February 17th is the Spring DIY Challenge with Heidi Sanbol. Now remember, Heidi is having this thing called DIY with Friends. She's having some kind of a new challenge every month related to DIY. And I encourage you guys to consider jumping in on it. And not only that, but I tell you what I really encourage you guys to do. I encourage you guys to create a challenge of your own. Maybe if you're into thrifting, something similar to this, put your own spin on it. But to consider doing something like that, so that you got something associated with your name and you can kind of continue to grow your subscriber list and kind of get more eyeballs on your channel. So there's that. And there's something else. As always, when you do one of these tutorials, these DIYs with Heidi, she wants you to show a tutorial, show your supply list, how much things cost, that kind of thing, and then mention her channel and link and all that stuff, in the video. And the video upload is at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So there's that one. And then the other thing, and I think I lost that. The other thing that Heidi is doing, and I'm not sure where I put it, but I'll mention it here. If I come to it in my notes, I'll just indicate it. But the other thing that she's doing is, she does her room of the month every month. And most of the months are taken up until September. I think September might be the only one she's got left. If you're interested in jumping in on that and being the co-host for the Room of the Month for September. You can email her and you can talk about it. But she's also doing some little mini projects where maybe you're doing a small project in a room, like maybe a new paint job or some kind of refresh in a room. And if you're interested in participating in those little mini makeovers with her, again, email her and she'll connect with you. So like I said, she's got a lot going on over there and it is working for her. So there's that. So February 26th is, oh, here it is right here on the next page. So did I miss something? Oh, I did. So February 22nd, let's see. I Style My Style. Her name is Cheryl. So Tammy, I Style My Style. Her name is Cheryl. And Mary says those mini makeovers are fun if you like those kind of things for your channel. So yeah. Now what else is Mary doing? Because something is saying exciting, Mary. What's Mary doing? What did I miss? Oh, so Mary's participating in the Room of the Month for March. Way to go, Mary. Okay. Cool beans. So see, Mary's getting in on it. And I tell you what, Mary's been doing some things quietly over there on her channel. She's one of our sisters that when we talk about making some changes or best practices, Mary does it. And when I go to her channel, I can see some of the things that she's done. So that's pretty good. And then she's going to be in the March Room of the Month with Heidi Sanbo. So that's pretty good, Mary. So cool beans for you. All right. So yeah, Leah Rowe, I was just getting ready to get that. I backed up. So right here at the bottom of my list, I missed a couple things. So I got to back up because I missed a couple things. All right. So the 17th was the Spring DIY Challenge with Heidi. And then on the 18th, we have the Purge with Kimberly Davis. But one of the things that I had suggested to Kimberly last week was to add something to that name. So because whenever I try to put that in, I always get that weird movie. Well, she did that. So this is her challenge. It is called Purge/Decluttering Challenge for 2020. And it is hosted by Kimberly Davis at Diva Designing on a Dime and is co-hosted this time with Tammy at I'm Me, Myself, and I'm DIYing It. And this one is scheduled to drop on February 18th. Oh, hey, Carla, I hope that good night doesn't mean you're leaving. Let's see. But yes, so the Purge Decluttering Challenge 2020 is going to be February 18th with Kimberly and Tammy at I'm Me, Myself, and DIYing It. And here is the thing. They're going to offer this collaboration or this challenge twice a year, in the winter and in the fall. Unless this first one counts as spring. So Kimberly, let me know. But I was thinking you were counting this one as winter since you've got something else that starts in the spring. So right now I'm saying this is the winter one, and it's going to drop on February 18th. And the upload date is at 5 p.m. Eastern on February 18th. And then the fall challenge, the upload date is going to be September 15th at 5 p.m. So they're going to do it winter and fall, and it's the Purge/Decluttering Challenge 2020. So that helps to take some of that ambiguity out of it. So I'm really glad they did that. And twice a year, the winter one is going to be February 18th. And the fall one is going to be September 15th at 5 p.m. Eastern. So I'm really excited about that. And then I know Mary at Rocky Mountain Gardens was looking for one of these Purge challenges. So there you go, Mary. Now, so there's that one. Now, something else that I want to mention is that Kimberly Davis at Diva Designing on a Dime is, I'm sorry, backing up. Yes. Leah Rose, Purge anything. So what they want you to do is, it's kind of like the one box challenge, or when you're going to be kind of decluttering your house, you look around and you look for those things that no longer serve you. So you're either going to donate them to a family member or to the Goodwill or Salvation Army, or you're going to discard them and you're going to trash them. So what they want you to do is let us know, well, what are you doing with this or that? Are you giving it to a family member, taking it to the Goodwill, or are you going to trash it because it's in such bad condition that you don't think anybody's going to want it? So they want to know that information. And it doesn't have to be in a box or anything like that. You can like kind of have it spread out. You know, you can share however you want to do it. But sneeze. Sorry, guys. But it's going to be something that you're going to no longer have in your home. And I tell you what, that Kimberly Davis purchased some really good stuff. She purchased some really nice lamps. And I thought, I could use those lamps myself. But, you know, she's in Florida and I'm way out here. Thank you. But yes, that's what they mean when they mean purge. So you're going to be decluttering and then sharing or discarding or blessing someone else with it. But it's going to go. All right. So there's that. And, an important note, videos cannot exceed 15 minutes. And you know, I think it might have been Luann that mentioned this, or was it Michelle that mentioned this a couple of weeks ago, but we do need to keep those videos under 15 minutes. For this collaboration, under 15 minutes. But in most collaborations, under 10 minutes is best. And some people will say 6 to 8 minutes, because if your video is too long, it takes away from the people that are behind you. Oh, thank you, Gliza. Now that one I don't have. You know, Moon hasn't been sending me her emails lately, so I have missed that. Maybe she's through with me because I haven't been participating. But okay, so we're still on February 18th. Oh, excuse me for snuffling, guys. So the February 18th was the purge. And then we also have on February 18th, Moomda's Useful DIY Challenge. And this time, it is called a mason jar. So something, or mason jars, probably DIY in a mason jar. And you have to use a mason jar to do it. So I will find that challenge, because I'm sure her video is up by now. And I'll get the details and put it in the list so that when I post the list in the description box, you guys can have it and you guys can know to go to her channel to find it. And as always, do your own due diligence and go to these channels and check out their invite videos so that you've got correct information. But Moondas and Sarah Vanderkooy is going to be hosting this challenge. So thank you, Gliza, for letting me know that. And then now coming on down to another challenge that Diva Designing on a Dime is going to be hosting is the Spring Clean With Me series. And this particular one is quite interesting. So it's going to take place for the month of March. So there's going to be there's 5 weeks in March, and each week there's going to be a challenge related to a Spring Clean With Me. But the caveat is there's going to be a designated space. So week 1, which is March 3rd, is going to be the entryway or foyer. Week 2, which is March 10th, is going to be the living room or great room, whichever you happen to have in your house. Week 3 is going to be the kitchen. Week 4 is going to be, which is March 24th, is going to be the closet or a pantry, you can choose. And then week 5 on March 31st is going to be, you can pick a space in your home yourself. Now, this is really quite genius, Diva. So I got to give you kudos for that. And I will admit that I was talking with someone, I don't even remember who, because I talked to so many people, and I suggested that they should host a collaboration where they did a spring clean with me and actually identified the various areas for the people to clean, give them a different one each week, and post it. And it wasn't you that I was talking to. So yeah, great minds think alike. So yeah, this is one. Hey, Maria, So now Yitra Creaciones, her name is Maria. So yeah, so Diva, that is a great idea. And you know who does that? Guys, I'm sorry, I'm being delicate for a second. I just wipe my nose. I wiped my nose on camera one day, and my sister was like, you guys know Mickey. She was like, girl, don't you wipe your nose on camera. Nobody wants to see up your nose. So I try to remember to turn around and not be indelicate. But yeah, Kim, that's a great idea. So there should be lots of people that be willing to jump in on that. And you know who does that or something similar to that is the clutter bug. A couple of years ago, or was it last year, she did the Hug Your Home, where she had a different challenge each week for a different room in the house. So she always has something. So good job. Good idea. Good idea. Good on you, as they say. I think they say that in England and Australia. Good on you. All right. So that's her Spring Clean With Me series. And while you're at the cleaning, she's also asked that you give some tips on house cleaning. So maybe there's some really cool tips that you know or things that you do that might help another homemaker. So share those tips during your video. But again, video's got to be under 15 minutes. And the other thing is this. She's going to be disabling the playlist within 48 hours after that playlist upload. So for this one, since they're weekly, then you need to make sure you get your video in on the day that you're invited or within a day or two after that. Because let's say if the video is supposed to go up on, we'll say March 3rd, and then you don't get your video up until March 5th, well, then she's going to close the playlist because, you know, she's getting ready for the next week and more videos for the new playlist. So make sure that you get your video in on time because the playlist will close. All right, so there's that. And I know those dates are out of numerical order, but since I was talking about Kimberly Davis, I want to get all that in. But I'll get it in the right order when I put it on in the description box. And then on February 22nd is Kenya's Decor Corner. This is going to be Kenya's quarterly spring lantern challenge. And what she wants you to do is decorate a lantern or decorate a space with a lantern and show us how you do it. You know how she loves lanterns. And I see our girlfriend or our sister Cal from Cal's Talk has joined us as well. So, hey, Cal, it's always good to have you here. And then February 23rd is the Mardi Gras Table Challenge, which is hosted by Stephanie at Creatively MsMe and Dana at Bitty Boo's Homestead. They're doing that Mardi Gras tablescape. And you know, they're going to want you to use different colors associated with Mardi Gras. You got to have beads. You got to have a mask. And those are always fun. So be sure and check that out and check out their invite video, of course. And then on February 26th is the Spring Decorate With Me. And this one is hosted by Heidi Sonberg. But this one is also co-hosted by Lindsay. I should say hosted by Lindsay at Domer Home and Heidi Sonberg. They both host this challenge every year, usually twice a year. And this time, though, they don't have any particular theme that you have to go by. You can just spring decorate however you choose. Video upload date is February 26th at 1 p.m. Eastern. And like I said, you can decorate as you like, no particular style. And so that's it. And I already mentioned the Room of the Month, which our sister Mary at Rocky Mountain Garden is going to participate in. That is pretty cool. And Leah Rose says she still doesn't have a lantern. Well, Leah, lantern just must not be anything that you care to have. So that's okay. I have a few now. And then February 28th is our Go Red for Heart Health Awareness Month. And this particular challenge is hosted by Diva Kimberly Davis and Marilyn at Fabulous Designs on a Budget, Therapeutic Designs by Deborah, and then Liz at Jazzy Green Decor Style, and Stephanie at Creatively MsMe, and then Elaborate Styles by Aisha. So they're hosting that. or co-hosting that. But anyway, what they want you to do was to have some kind of a tablescape or something that you're doing to raise awareness for women's heart health, and go red for women's heart health. And then one that I forgot to mention, or I don't know if I did or not, but Marilyn's 90 Days of Health Challenge. That one kicked off on February 1st. And then I've already saw a few of the videos that people put up where where they are talking about what their goals are to try to make themselves healthier and what they plan to do. So that one kicked off on February 1st. And then the next upload date is March the 1st, where you share your progress as to how things are going. So if you didn't jump in then, it's not too late. If you didn't jump in on February 1st, you can still jump in now. Okay, so there's that. And this one goes through May 4th. So there'll be a video February 1st, March 1st, April 1st, and the last one will be April 4th, something like that. And then, oh, there's a note, so I better keep that one. And then the other one that I have is March 3rd, which is the Seasonal Wreath Challenge. And this one is hosted by Pam at Creative Homescaping. And you guys know how Pam loves wreaths. And so she's going to have a seasonal wreath every month. Not every month. Well, I don't know. She might. Nope, I don't think so. It's going to be every quarter. And if you want to host it with her the next time, give her send her an email. And then there's the Tuesday Tablescape. She's also looking for someone to see if you're interested in co-hosting that with her as well. So now those are all of the challenges that I have. I've not seen any new ones, and I had planned for us to talk about, what's the date for that one? The seasonal, March 1st, the Seasonal Wreath Challenge is March 1st with Pam at Creative Homescape. Sorry, guys. Sorry for the indelicate snort. So now I had planned to talk about how to create a playlist tonight, but I was not able to get my video completed so that you guys could look at that first. So I'll get that finished up tonight or tomorrow, then I'll get that uploaded. So be sure and come back to this channel tomorrow so that you can see the video on how to create a playlist, as I was asked last week to do. So that way you guys can see how to go about doing that. And I tried to make it step by step, a nice little tutorial so that you can follow along. Now, are there any questions so far about what we've been talking about? Sure. Go ahead, Mary. I'll get a drink while my voice is dry. Oh, Nicole, a February 29th, get it done. See, I missed that one. I'll look for that, Gliza. So thank you. I'll check for that, and then I'll get that tweaked, and I'll get that on the list. So February 29th, get it done. Let's see. Any other ones that I missed while I'm waiting on Mary's question? Oh, so now Mary asks, do you think YouTube promotes your videos more if you're monetized? She's not yet done that and was wondering. I don't know, Mary. I really can't speak to that. But if you've hit your 1,000 subscribers, you should definitely monetize, because I'll tell you what, there's no reason for you not to. And it can only help you, and it certainly should not hinder you. You just choose the kind of ads that you want to run on your channel, and try not to send people off of your channel too much. So by that, I mean, don't put links in your the first couple lines in your description box or anything like that that take people off of the platform, especially if you're still trying to build. If you've got less than 5,000 subscribers, I would try not to put too many links up there so that you don't send people off the platform. Oh, goodness. All of a sudden, I don't know where this sniffle's coming from. Hey, Grandma Sandy, it's good to have you with us as well. All right, any other questions? Okay, well, let me just talk about a couple things then real quick. Oh, gosh, sorry for snuffling, guys. Look, my nose is getting all red. But anyway, one of the things that we talked last week about, thank you, about how to save videos to a playlist. So if you guys have not seen that video, and what I did was I posted the video just as a premiere, as a video, so that you could walk through it step by step, get the information, and then we did a Q&A where you could jump on and ask questions. Well, what I realized last week was people missed the video, but they jumped on for the Q&A. But hopefully they went back to see the video. But I think it's pretty good, because I'm very thorough about how you can do that. And it has really been a challenge for people to add to playlists since YouTube has changed. So now, Glisa, a challenge at home in season. Now, tell me what you mean by that. Is there an at home in season? Someone is, because at home in season, I believe that's Amy. That used to be Stephen's Party of Two. So I didn't think at home in season. That's Amy at Stephen's Party of Two. That's what home in season is. Amy at Stephen's Party of Two. That's what home in season is. So she's kind of shifted things just a little bit. No, you can ask, oh, home in season. Okay, yes. Amy, ask the question now. We're at the question time. I thought somebody was trying to figure out who you were. Ask it right now. Yes, go ahead and ask the question. I thought Glisa was asking who was at home in season. I'm like, oh, what's Amy? What's Amy? Don't you get it? It's Amy. And here Amy has a question. So go ahead, Amy, ask your question. I told you guys, I'm just all scattery today. While we're waiting for Amy to put her question in, let me just talk a little bit about the importance of playlists. So, like I said, tomorrow I should have the video up on how to create a playlist. Last week I talked about how to save to a playlist, but playlists can be very important on your channel, even if you're just creating playlists from your own videos, because it's a way to keep people watching your content. So for example, I created a playlist for the video today the tutorial that I was making for you guys, with the video that I posted for Stephanie's challenge, the one pot challenge, like that chicken, chickpea, and carrot soup or stew. So I created a playlist called One Pot Meals on my channel. And I wanted to just put in that one pot meals that I have done, like for my Instant Pot or something like that. So Amy said she's wondering if anyone has issues with subscriber count. Her Creator Studio is showing 14 more versus her channel. Well, I think with that, Amy, sometimes the Creator Studio is ahead of what your channel shows on YouTube. Sometimes it's ahead and sometimes it's behind. So I would take what it says in the Creator Studio, and they will catch up. So don't worry about that. 14 is a big difference, though. I can see where I normally will have one or two, but not usually 14. But sometimes, though, one or the other is more accurate than the other, because there is a little bit of a time delay. Like the YouTube Studio in your, will say it's, to come back in 24 hours for accurate data. So sometimes it's 24 hours behind. So I don't know. Yeah, I would go by your YouTube Studio and then see if it catches up. Yeah, see if it catches up. Does anyone else have anything to add on that piece? I'm thinking that there's just a lag time. So Tammy said hers is showing 52 more and also showing more watch time. Oh, that is true. YouTube does round up. I forgot about that, Michelle. But yes, YouTube does round up. So it'll round up when your actual count won't be the same. So yeah, mine is usually off by 2 or 3, but never 14 or 15. But okay. But then back to playlists now, why you should create playlists. So let's say with my new playlist that I just created about one-pot meals that I've made. So in that video, which hopefully many of you guys have seen, in my comment section, I could put a little note in there that I could pin to the top of my comment section and say something like, thank you for watching my chicken, chickpea, and carrot stew recipe. If you like one-pot meals, check out my one-pot meal playlist, and I would link that playlist right there in the comment section. Now, I want you guys to hear me. And I got this tip from my friend Mary at Mary's Nest. And if you guys don't know, that girlfriend is blowing up on her channel as well. So she said one of the things that she does to kind of help increase her watch time and increase her subscriber count is that, but definitely her watch time, is that she will put a link in her comments and she will pin that comment. So again, my new chicken stew recipe that I just put up, it's a one-pot meal, and then it's on my channel. And in my comment section, where I always thank people for commenting or say something, what I'm trying to remember to do now is say something like, thank you for stopping by and watching my one-pot meal video. If you like this video, I think you will enjoy my one-pot meal playlist, particularly my black eyed peas made in the Instant Pot. Here's the link. Then I'll put the link in that comment, and then I pin that comment so it's right at the top. So a lot of times when people look at the comment after they've seen the video, they'll say, oh, well, let me just check out that one. Then they click on that link and they go to that video. So it keeps them watching my content. It keeps them engaged with my content. And here is another thing, and I did this last week, and I'm hoping you guys noticed it when I did it. But if not, I want to pay attention to it so that I want to say it so that you hear it. So when you're closing out your video, when you're at your outro, you want to say something like, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to watch my chicken parmesan video. You'll love it. And I'll put the link below and put an iCard above so that in your call to action, your CTA or your call to action, you're letting them know what's coming up next. So I might say something like, oh, and I've got this roasted chicken and root vegetables coming up. It is to die for. I'll link it above and put a link below. You've got to check it out. So people hear that and they think, oh, I have to come back and check that out. So you want to ask for that in the video. So remember, people want to be told what to do. So ask for what you want. Like I've learned to say, oh, I've got 20 people on. Can I get 20 thumbs up? Well, then sometimes if people haven't given me a thumbs up yet, then they'll go ahead and click that thumbs up button. For those who are about to jump off my channel, they might say, oh, well, let me check out that video. And one of the things that I noticed that Melissa Maker does on Clean My Space, what she does, she will say, if you like if you want to support this channel, watch another video. And I'll link a couple that you might find interesting. And so she will say, if you want to support my channel, watch another video. And she gives you some options. Yes, Diva, and they do get excited about knowing what comes up next. And then Tammy says she's been recommending another video, but not placing a link. Do this on your own channel, in your own comment. Now, you put a link in a comment on somebody else's channel, YouTube is going to mark that as spam and it's going to be blocked. So don't put a link in a comment on any channel other than your own, because since it's your own channel, you can do that because you control the channel. But yes, pin that comment, put the link in the comment and pin it so people see it. Then that way they know what's coming up next and they're excited about it. But also invite them back in your video. Now, I don't have one of those iCards or end cards like Sunny Lenarducci said we should do. She'll have like, here's her end card. And over here in the little screen, she's talking. But then over here, 2 videos pop up that you can click on to choose next. I don't know how to do that. Now I'm going to learn how to do that, but can you imagine how that will just help people stay on your video? And the other thing that it does is it gives people a choice before your video ends. I'm just saying. So Tammy says she has been referencing to another video in her outro. So good, Tammy. Oh, I'll do the Nancy Pelosi clap. But yes, so that's good. You should be doing that. So, okay, so now let me see. So we talked about the playlist and pinning those in your comments, but also doing the ask, the call to action in your outro, as well as in your your outro and your comments. So let's see, let me mark that off. Make it in the comments. And again, don't hesitate to ask. Don't hesitate to ask for that call to action, because if you don't ask, you don't get. If you don't ask, you don't get. So for example, if there's anybody on here who is not a member of the TNT community, oh, wait, this isn't TNT. This is YouTube Live with YouTube Talk with Denise Jordan. Sometimes I forget what I'm doing. Hey, Nicole, Lisa was just telling us about your challenge. So you'll have to give us the details, because I didn't have the information, either that or I misplaced it. So I didn't have that. But yes, but be sure and ask for what you want. And sometimes you have to say, hit the subscribe button in the box below, or hit that little red button over there, because some people, if they're new to YouTube, they may not know what it is that they need to do. So there's that. So do the ask. Okay, so I got that marked. Oh, now this. Here's the thing. So you guys, remember when I said earlier, for those of you that just jumped on, one of the things that I mentioned was that I was working through a module on the Sean Cannell Video Making Academy course. And this course is 2 years old right now. And so this particular video was done in 2017. And so I'm reviewing it again. I've done it already, but I feel like I need to refresh some of this information. And in that 2017 video, he said, at that time, I predict that in the future, YouTube is going to be able to hear or to know what it is that we're saying. So he talked about closed captioning and some other stuff, you know, that the artificial intelligence was using to know what our video was about. And he talked about metadata and all that kind of stuff. But the biggest thing was, I predict in the future that YouTube is going to be able to hear what it is we're saying. And that's going to help them be able to decide how to push out our videos. And you guys know today, we're right there. Today, the artificial intelligence is able to tell what it is that we're talking about. So we're talking about, you know, our theme for January and February is back to the basics. So we talked about titles. And if, let's say, for example, in my chicken and chickpea and carrot stew video, my title says chicken, carrot, and chickpea stew / how to make chicken stew with couscous. That's the title. So then in my script for my video, I will say something like, so how do you make chicken, carrot, and chickpea stew. So notice I use those exact same words that is in the title in the video. Or last week when I made the video on how to save videos to a playlist. So I started out with a question like, so you want to know how to save videos to a playlist. Well, in this video, I'm going to teach you step by step how to save videos to a playlist. So notice I said how to save videos to a playlist twice within the first few seconds of the video, so that the YouTube algorithm or artificial intelligence hears me say it. And they're like, oh, well, the title was how to save videos to a playlist. And then she said how to save videos to a playlist in the video. So now they've got the fact that that metadata connects. It matches up. So yeah, this video is actually about how to save videos to a playlist. So as you start your videos, whatever your title is about, create either a question or a story or a statistic or a statement about that, using that title in your video when you start it. And say it a couple times throughout the video if it makes sense. And then one of the things that he taught us to do, and I always do this, is I include an about this video paragraph. And what Sean says is that about this video is for the robots. It's not for the humans. So it can be down a little bit farther. But it says about this video. So like for this particular live stream, what I would put in here would be like I put in, and I had it written down somewhere, but like I put about this video in this live stream, and the title for this live stream was what? Let me see. I got my notes all over the place now. Okay, so the title for this live stream was YouTube Talk / how to create. No, that's not it. Was what's new in Open Invites and Collabs. So that was the title for this live stream. What's new in YouTube Talk? What's new in Open Invites and Collabs? So when I opened this video, I said, what's new in Open Invites and Collabs? And then I said, well, in this live stream, I'm going to give you updates on Open Invites and Collabs. So I'm really trying to layer the way I'm using my keyword phrases in the title and in my description. And then I will put them in the tag box as well. So does that make sense for all of you guys? And now I know Nicole is sharing about her challenge over here, and I'm going to come back to that, but I needed to get that out because you guys know that if I get distracted and I forget my train of thought, then I can't get back to it. So do you guys have questions about that, about how to about what I mean by that, by layering what you're doing with your keyword phrases and your tags? And notice I didn't say keyword, I said keyword phrases. So Open Invites and Collabs, that keyword phrase shows up in my tag box all the time. And a lot of times if I type in Open Invites and Collabs, a picture of me pops up and other stuff that I'm talking about. So I'm just saying that I'm trying to share with you guys things that I'm learning. I figure, well, because I figure if I need to know it, then you need to know it. That's just how I think. So there's that. So there was that one. And what else did I want to be sure to talk about? I think okay, so we talked about the need to layer your keyword phrases in your title, in your description box, and in your tags. The other thing, back to basics, don't use the same words in your thumbnail that you put in your title, because remember, the two work together. You've got two chances to get people's attention. Don't blow it by saying the same thing in both places. And your thumbnail, the words on your thumbnail should be 5 words or less. 3 is better, but 5 words or less. And I think that is it for the little tips that I wanted to cover tonight. And I mentioned that your playlists are ways to help people, keep people engaged on your channel. So we got that done. Links, ads, listening. Okay, those are my tips. I think I got it. All right, so now let's talk about Nicole's challenge. All right, so now Nicole's challenge is let's see. Nicole's challenge is called, it's the Get It Done Challenge. So any project, just get any project. Oh, shoot. I got a little dowel quilt that needs doing. But it's the Get It Done Challenge. Any project, get any project off your list. It can be a DIY. It can be a recipe you want to try. It can be a cabinet to organize, whatever. Pick a project and get it done. The upload date is Saturday, February 29th at noon Central Standard Time. There will be a playlist, and there's an invite video up on her channel now. And I got let's see, I got it written down over here because Lisa told me about it because I had forgotten that. And Nicole, if you sent me an email, I probably lost it, but I'll find it. I've been kind of scattered this week. I've had so much going on. So that's her challenge. And then it sounds like it's a lot of fun. And it sounds like something that can fit with almost anybody's channel. So regardless of what it is that is your thing, this kind of Get It Done challenge can fit. And you know, Get It Done has been trending on YouTube. I've seen that title pop up in a couple other videos. Most of them had to do with cleaning. It was like clean with me, get it done or whatever. But the Get It Done is trending. So kudos to you, Nicole, for picking a trending keyword phrase. So kudos to you for that. And yeah, you can make it make sense for your channel. It can be a lot of different content in the playlist. So Nicole said, of course, hers is going to be a DIY trash to treasure because she's into that. And let's see, Gleesa says that's perfect for her. She's trying to stick to DIYs, but decor keeps trapping her too. And let's see. Oh, so now Gleesa's asking in end cards, do you suggest playlists over best for viewer? Oh, no, I'm not saying that at all. Now, here's the thing with end cards, which I just discovered the other day. I was trying to put up an end card, and I had been talking to someone, and they had made a comment about their end card. And I was thinking, well, why are they only using one end card? You can actually use, let's see, for your end cards, you have two choices, best for viewer and most recent. So for your end card, unless you're trying to promote a specific video for a specific reason, always choose most recent video as number one, because you want to promote whatever you just put up most recently, because you got to get that that viewer momentum going. Because if you don't get that momentum captured in those first 6 to 12 hours, you're not going to get much momentum. So always choose most recent video. And I learned that from Daryl Eves. So he was the one that I learned that from. The second thing you want to choose is best for viewer. And I learned that from Daryl Eves as well. And he says, choose best for viewer, because then the algorithm will go through your videos and they will choose which video is in there that's best for that viewer, because the algorithm will know which of your videos they've seen or what other kind of content they've been watching and what video content do you have that best matches that. So what you'll want to do is, you know, most recent and then best for viewer. But in your iCards, you know, the ones that pop up above, and you can choose up to 5 iCards. Now that's where you can go with a playlist. So I will consider going with a playlist there out of at least for 1 or 2 of your choices. Okay. So now Luann is saying that she thinks that Nicole should make this a series because we all have a bunch of things we could do. Well, Nicole, I think you're onto something with this Get It Done challenge. And I think you should definitely do it quarterly, at least quarterly. So like, fall, winter, spring, and summer, Get It Done challenge. Because like Luann said, we always end up with projects from season to season that we don't have finished. So I think you ought to do that quarterly. I think it's a good one. I think you're in a good, first of all, circle of people here to do that, but you're also in a good niche because the thrifty niche is very broad. People love it. And there are always things that they're buying that they get thrifted and they plan to zhuzh them up. And I would love to know how to spell zhuzh. Have not been able to figure that out yet, but they plan to zhuzh them up and then they don't get around to it. So I think you should do this quarterly. So put that on your editorial calendar and then send me an email. Let me know when it is. And then I'll just kind of mention that. And yes, Stephanie, I know I got to get the master list done up. I just haven't been able to get that done yet, but I'll get it done. Let's see. And then Michelle is giving some suggestions to Gliza. And she's suggesting to Gliza that she can always do a DIY in her decor videos or collabs, even if it doesn't require one, to niche down. And yes, that's what Patrice at, Patrice is Random Bites of a Sweet Life. That's what she always does. I've yet to see her do a video where she didn't do a DIY. She is the DIY queen. And whenever I've seen her do a video, somehow or another, she does a DIY in that video to make it relevant. Like, for example, in my winter kitchen vignette, or was it the Christmas kitchen vignette? And I suggested you get extra points for a penguin. Well, she did a DIY where she created a penguin to put in her vignette. One other kitchen vignette that she did, she took a picture frame and painted it and created a tray as a DIY. So she always does that. So yes, Lisa, that's a great idea. Always do a DIY. So bring it back to you. Make it fit for you. So as you guys know, I'm doing fewer and fewer collaborations as I try to niche down. But I'm trying to at least try to stay relevant with a few that make sense for me. So, and I'm trying to teach my young homemakers how to make meals that work for their families. How to save money on budgeting and stuff like that, but I'm trying to make it kind of broad. So when I did my one pot meal challenge in Stephanie's collaboration, I talked directly to my young homekeepers about, hearty meals or eating from the pantry, or I don't know, something like that. So, and that's one of the things I'm trying to start doing, is to make a point to speak directly to my young homemakers in each video to make sure I'm tying it all together. So Gliza says niching down is hard. Oh, Mary, how did you find how to spell zhuzh? Because I've been trying to figure it out, and I know I've been spelling it wrong, but I'm going to write that down. Z-H-U-Z-H. How'd you find it? My husband was like, is that really a word? I'm like, well, everybody says it. It must be a word, but nobody knows how to spell it. So thank you, Mary. Way to go. And hey, Carol at My Blessed Nest, I forgot to say hello to you. So let's see. So yeah, those are some things to think about. And I really want to encourage each of you to just consider, is there some kind of a challenge that you can come up with that works for your niche that you could host either quarterly or semi-annually? I mean, Rachel at Sweet and Simple Home, she came up with that one box challenge, a couple years ago? And people love it. Hillary at Old World Home, 5 years, she's been doing the $5 Goodwill Challenge. So I think I've been doing the kitchen vignettes for about 2 years now. Diva's been doing her Show Some Love, I think, for about 4 years now. So think about what makes sense for your channel. And, and if you want to talk about it, you guys are welcome to email me and we can kind of chat about it. But I really think it would be helpful to do that. Oh, you looked it up phonetically and found it in a couple of dictionaries online. I didn't even think to do that. I couldn't figure out like even what to start it with. I was thinking SCH or, like a G. I'm thinking like Juge. How do you spell that? So thank you. I am so glad. I have to tell my husband that one of the ladies on the circle found that. There was one other thing I wanted to oh, now there is a guy that I met when I went to Grow with Video Live, and his channel is called Stephen Makes Video. Oh, Mary, are you a librarian? Oh my gosh, librarians are some of my favorite people. Whenever I'm working on a new book project, the first person I get to know, well, I know the librarians at most of the places where I go now, but if it would be a new library, the first person I get to know is a librarian in like reader services or research or whatever, so that I can, have some help or support when I'm looking for new stuff. So pretty good. Oh, but anyway, back to Stephen Makes Video. This young man makes some beautiful videos, and I looked at a video of his recently where he talked about audio. And I remember we had talked about audio not too long ago, and he was talking about the importance of audio in your videos. And I thought I should interview him and get him to kind of come on and talk to us about some things. So I'm going to try to do that. I don't know when it's going to happen because I have to. He's already said he would love to share some thoughts with us. So I just have to chat back with him, and we have to figure out how to make it happen, because you guys know I'm still struggling with trying to figure out how to share screens. And Stephanie sent me a link so that I can learn how to do OBS. But I have to tell you guys, I just have not had the time to learn anything new yet. I've just had with so much going on with my mom, trying to get her ready for surgery. And then Max was in the hospital for 4 days. And then my cousin is in the hospital. It was just like, so I just have not done anything new. So yeah. So there's that. And yes, Mary, I'm glad you guys are there to serve. Let's see, somebody called Galega Family Vlogs just joined us. So hey, hi Galega Family Vlog. Welcome to our channel. Lisa said OBS is hard, but she did do a screen thing done and felt so accomplished. I gotta try to do that. So Galega Family Vlogs, you're really jumping in at the end of our session. We have been talking about open invites and collabs. So I've given all of those. And what I'll do is I'll tweak these notes, and I will put the open invites and collabs in the description box of this video. I also shared some best practices on things you can do to grow your YouTube channel and improve your watch time. One of the things that I mentioned for those of you ladies who joined us late is to pin one of your videos in your comment. Now, you can also pin, say, a playlist in your comment, because then that just kind of keeps them going in video to video to video. Nicole, I've tried to do that. Nicole asks, can I link this on my About page? I might have to do that. I tried to figure out how to make it a featured channel, because somebody suggested that, and YouTube wouldn't let me do it. This channel is called a branded channel. It's like a branded channel as part of my other channel. So it's got the same email and all of that. So I couldn't do that. And so what I would usually do is put a link, like I'll usually post a notification that the video is up and here's the link, so people can follow the link to there. But I guess I could put it on the About page, and that might work. I'll try that. So Galega Family Vlog, I don't think you've joined us before. If this is your first time in joining us, you stumbled across the Sister Circle, and we are a group of like-minded women we're like kind of like a global mastermind, and we've kind of banded together to grow our YouTube channels one subscriber at a time. And so I help women, and it's pretty much mostly women that we have. We do have a couple guys that join us pretty regularly. But I help women grow their influence through YouTube. Pin it on my community page. I'll try. I'll try to see what I can do. I'll try that. I'm willing to try anything because I've got like 85 people in this family now on this particular channel, which is good. Now, here's the other thing. When I did this YouTube talk stuff on my TNT community, on my TNT channel, I had no way of knowing how many people came for this YouTube strategy stuff and the other people came for my cooking and cleaning and that kind of thing. Well, now I kind of know that because most of the people that regularly join me here or for YouTube strategy are here, have managed to find me. Now, they might not always remember that it's a new channel, but they've managed to find me. So I've got about 85 people over here. So I know that it was a good move to take this stuff off of my other channel. On the other hand, my watch time on my other channel is down now because, this gave me a lot of watch time. But the purpose, though, this isn't the purpose. And, one thing that Sean constantly tells us, and I've heard a couple other people say this recently, he said, don't ever make a video that your subscribers didn't ask for. Don't ever make a video that your subscribers didn't ask for. Don't ever make a video that your subscribers didn't ask for. So now, Gleeza, what does that mean? That means if a DIY is your thing, then there's no way you should be doing clean with me's unless you're doing a DIY thing or some kind of a DIY thing to clean up in your craft room or something like that. You have to figure out how to tie it in. And I think Michelle gave you a couple answers to how to tie it in. But you want to make sure you tie it in. So Galega, I'm not sure what you meant there, but good, you've got the point. So good. So yeah, so that's what we're doing. So do you guys have any other questions? I don't want to hold you guys on here just to hold you, because you guys know, when you go live, according to my 3 P's, you got to have a purpose, you got to have a plan, and you should have some props. And the only prop I had tonight was what I'm sipping on, which was my water. Yeah, Gleeza. So yeah, you want to make sure that you've got a DIY in every single thing you do. So now if you're doing a clean with me and you're cleaning up your craft room, maybe you do some kind of an organizational thing, that you can put something on, or maybe you create some nice little bulletin board that you put on the wall, or like in Diva's Clean With Me spring cleaning series is coming up. If you wanted to do those, one of the things that I saw Clutterbug do last year was she created a command station, was one of the things they did in one of the 13 weeks of their Clean With Me's or whatever. You could create a command station, or you could create some kind of a bulletin board thing that hangs on the wall in your craft room or something like that. Oh, good, Nicole. Thank you. Hey, that's a good idea. All of you guys could add me as a featured channel on your About page so that you're able to find me. Because, yeah, this, it's still so new that people are having trouble finding me. But what do you guys think about Stephen, though, when I talked about getting Stephen to come and give us some information? What do you guys think? Yeah, I think he could be valuable. His video is amazing. He's just starting his channel, but I met him at Grow With Video Live, and he's kind of starting to put all the different things together that we've been learning. And I think we could probably learn from him. If nothing else, I'm going to get him to teach me how to do side-by-side interviews in a video so that I can interview him, and then I'll be able to do it for other people. So, okay. Yeah, I think I think that sometimes it'll be helpful just to have someone other than me to share some information. So Nicole said you worked on your branding today. Tell me what you did, Nicole, to work on your branding. Yeah, what did you do for that? Because I've really been trying to work on mine as well. Yeah, the channel trailer. I got to create a channel trailer, and I probably should create a new banner as well, but I'm going to be working on that. Oh, you updated your channel art. See, I need to update my channel art as well too, since I've still got on there cooking, cleaning. No, I've got home, health, beauty, planning. And I'm really not doing much with beauty or with planning at all. Mostly just home and very little with health. We did talk about the flu shot, well, the flu a couple of weeks ago. Ladies, the flu vaccine, or at least hand washing and all that good stuff. But yeah, we all need to do that. And I think Michelle at My Everyday Wife Life challenged us all to try to get one up in the next couple of weeks. And a couple of people got theirs done. But I tell you what, I'm just struggling right now with all I've got going on just to kind of get something up. Try to get 2 videos up a week on my TNT channel. Oh, Fiverr. Fiverr's a good place, Gleaza, to get someone to help you with a new banner and intro. And iMovie, she says, can also do something with that. Oh, dark in Minnesota. Nicole added, here we go, and she loves it. So tell me about that. Here we go, where? I've used Fiverr before, too. I used Fiverr, and you guys know on my videos, I got that little music that I play at the very end. Do, do, do. I got that on Fiverr. There was a guy that made that for me, and he created another little short piece that's about 45 seconds if I needed a little bit longer piece, but he made that for me. And I got my little sting or logo on Fiverr as well. You know, the little thing that kind of spins around. I got that made on Fiverr. And then I got my logo, you know, the lady that's holding the scales for this and that. I got that made on Fiverr. So yeah, I've used it. So definitely. Oh, so in every video, when you tell what's coming, you say, here we go. I'm always struggling to figure out what I should say. So, and I like here we go. So that's your shtick. Okay, I like that. Yeah, that makes sense. A catchphrase. Yeah. So at the end of my videos, I always say, well, I'll see you next time. So I always say that at the end. But you know, my new tagline is I teach women. No, I have to remember it now because it's so new that I think I finally got it streamlined. And my new tagline is, like I'll say, if we're just meeting, I'm Denise Jordan, and I teach women. No, if we're just meeting, I'm Denise Jordan, and I teach traditional homemaking for today's woman. That's my new tagline. I teach traditional homemaking for today's woman because every one of us that are women today are in a little bit different place. So I didn't want to say the modern woman because some people might have negative connotations for modern, but we are all women of today, regardless of what we think about different issues. Some of us are young homekeepers. Some of us are seasoned homekeepers. Some of us are empty nesters. Some of us are single. So for today's woman is what I'm using. So that's what I'm going with. So Michelle said she used the trailer template on iMovie. I've got iMovie on my iPad, but my iPad is acting really janky. I almost had to have it, had to get a new one. Yeah, something, and make it with glee. Well, you know, Roberta Blake says create something awesome today, and he's got the Awesome Creators Academy. So, yeah. You know, guys, we should all jump off now. We're just chatting, and it's good conversation. I mean, it's good, it's relevant. But so Nicole said it took her 10 months to figure out what her channel's about. Nicole, it's taken me 2 years. So, hey, you're ahead of the game. Good night, Maria. And he said, how do you think you are, Nicole? Okay. All right. So Gliza started as a cross stitch channel. Hi, I started off as a beauty channel many moons ago. All right, ladies. Well, why don't we just go ahead and say good night? I think we're just starting to ramble now. So I will get the video done on how to create a playlist. I'll get that done and get that posted tomorrow. I'll get the notes from tonight's collaborations and open invites updated and tweaked, and I'll get them in the description box for this video. This has been a fun session, and guys, thank you. Pray for a productive week, guys. Pray for my mom and just for the other little baby, and just, pray for our country, because Lord knows we need it. Good night, everybody. It was good chatting with all of you, and I will see you next time. Oh, I forgot to say my closing. Oh, well, I'll see you next time. Good night.